So, this is about day 18, and I may be a day or two late uploading this. Daycare has reopened, so my schedule has gotten real busy again. But I'm going to try to be as consistent as I have been lately in my uploads. And yeah, so I want to say first of all that and I do apologize for that interruption. That was my Alexa. And as much as I love that thing, it is becoming so annoying. Like, so annoying. But that's for another video, maybe, and I'll do a review on those things that sit around my house. Anyway, and here comes the vacuum cleaner. It never fails. Whenever I try to do one of these videos, something always, my schedule or, the phone, and now I've got the robo cleaner thing going, and it is making its way back here. I guarantee you, if I go to another room, it will find its way to that room. Okay, so I paused the robo cleaner enough for me to get this daggone video done. This recording done anyways, so I can make my video. Anyway, I don't have anything scripted, written down, so I'm just going to try to wing this off the top of my head, and hopefully it won't become very long, because my day just ended, and I need to get some kind of dinner in me, and then unwind and decompress and all of that. So between the daycare and trying to listen to the trial, with earbuds or my headphones, I am pretty stressed by the end of the day lately. I'll be so glad when the trial is over. Honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I mean, nobody's making me watch it, no, but I want to support Johnny Depp, and I want to know what's going on, I do. Those depositions, though, are so boring. At least today's, the ones that were done, by video, didn't seem like they were that long. I think the first one was Rocky Pennington. I think hers was, but anyways. So before I get into that, well, let me just say this about Rocky and Josh Drew and whoever that other lady was that came. I think somebody said she was someone that was living in Johnny Depp's penthouses without his knowledge. I mean, that's kind of shitty anyway, right? He was nice enough to let everybody else live there, and then they go and bring someone in that... I mean, Amber really treated that place like she owned it. Changing the locks, having people over. Like, she really... Don't even get me started. She just took total advantage of him, as did all of her friends and family. On that note, if you're someone who is being abused, first of all, you ain't gonna get to have your friends and family coming and staying with you nowhere. I was very isolated from mine. I barely saw them, if much at all, when I was with the one I was with from 2014, 2016. Before that, the abusers that I ended up with, yeah, I've had some bad decisions. And I didn't see them at all. I was totally taken away from family. And here's Johnny Depp, got her friends and family around her. If anything, it seems to me like he's the one that didn't really, maybe his sister, because she was like one of his managers, right? So, or is one of his managers. I'm not clear on her role, but it it seems to me like the only people that really are around him, like all the time, are his bodyguards. And I guess they get to know him pretty well and they get to be pretty close with him and consider themselves friends. But, and I don't know how to say this. I'm saying this, I'm treading lightly with what I'm trying to say here, because I don't want to say something incorrect, and I don't want it to come off wrong, or anyone to misunderstand what I'm trying to say. I'm sure they like him well enough. I'm sure. You know, how can you not like Johnny Depp, right? So, but really, you can't. Who can get? I mean, I know he's got the people in his band, you know, and I'm sure he's got a circle of friends that we know nothing about. You know, because he's Johnny Depp. But I keep thinking it's got to be a very lonely life. You know, I'm kind of jumping around here because I keep thinking of other things that I was wanting to say. First of all, Amber does not act like anyone who's been abused at all. Not one iota, you know, none. You know, she had her friends and family around her. She literally went after Johnny Depp, continued to try to make contact with him, attacked him, you know, berated him, belittled him. Oh my God. What survivor of abuse do you know that would stand there and like condescendingly, is that even a word, laugh at her abuser, or like what abuse victim have you ever known to speak up, confront, um uh what's the word I'm looking for? It's escaping me because I'm tired. You know, like I would never be aggressive towards my abuser. Never. The thought wouldn't even cross my mind. I was constantly secretly planning on how to get away. You know, so and sorry, anytime I even mention what I went through, my mind just kind of wanders back to that time, and I gotta pull it back to the present. And now that's a phone call trying to come in. No, thank you. Okay. So yeah, he's definitely innocent. Never a doubt in my mind. It bothers me though that there are still people that believe Amber Heard. You know, to see her family and friends take the stand and say Johnny did this, Johnny did that, and their stories don't quite add up. They're all kind of basically, sort of, kind of ish the same stories that they're telling over and over, but they have variations in them, right? And they're not quite this. They're just not quite right. Like I'm a little confused because I thought Amber had said on the stand that Johnny's finger got cut when he was throwing the phone against the wall.
That you were, quote, watching the phone every single time he pulled his hand back, end quote. That's correct. And according to you, this is when Mr. Depp lost the tip of his finger, right? It is my best guess. Pulled his hand back, end quote. That's correct. And according to you, this is when Mr. Depp lost the tip of his finger, right? It is my best guess. I didn't notice his finger come off, obviously. I was watching him snatch the phone and watching the pieces break while he was doing it. Well, it's not your best guess, Ms. Ford. That is my best guess, yes. Okay, let's go back to my questions. You submitted a declaration under the penalty of perjury in this case. Do you remember that? That is correct. Okay, let's look at that declaration. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. If we could direct your attention, Ms. Hurd, to the page 14, the declaration. Is that your signature? Yes, it is. And your signature appears right under the statement, quote, I declare, under penalty of perjury, under the laws of the state of Virginia, that the foregoing is true and correct. That is correct. And this is dated April 10, 2019. Correct. Now let's look at paragraph 16, which is on page 5. Specifically line 10. Quote, you write, testify under oath, while he was smashing the phone, Johnny severely injured his finger, cutting off the top of it, end quote. Did I read that correctly? Yes, that's correct. So you testified in this courtroom that after Mr. Depp smashed the phone, he held you down on the countertop by the neck. Do you remember that? I'm not quite sure of the exact sequence of things, but yes, both of those things happened. We'll get to the sequence. And this is when Mr. Depp supposedly assaulted you with a bottle, right? On the countertop, he assaulted me.
So it feels like Amber told people different things about what happened. I mean, yes, we know that she threw the bottle, but her stories just, their story, all of them, they're just not right. Anyways, you can't even make sense of it. It'll drive you crazy. But I don't, her friend, it's her friends and family are going to side with her, tell her story, and Johnny's are going to tell his story. I think it's going to really, it is just going to come down to who the jury believes. Do they believe what Johnny Depp said, or do they believe what Amber Heard is saying? I'm not sure testimonies for either party are really going to matter that much. I don't honestly think the jury's going to remember all of that. I just don't. Because it's a lot. It's confusing. It's confusing to me. And they can't go back. I don't know if they can go back and watch video of the trial, rewatch testimony. I don't know if they can do that or not. But, stuff's starting to get mixed up in my head of what, not of the truth, but of what her witnesses are saying. So, I don't know. I do think it's going to come down to just who they believe. And Amber Heard is not very believable. Camille wrecked her. She really did. Okay, that brings me to my next topic. As cute and as sweet as we all think that it is, that Johnny and Camille have such a great rapport, I don't think that it's appropriate for anyone to assume, much less ask, if there's something going on. That's just not even right, to even bring Camille into the spotlight like that. Don't do that to her. Don't put her in that position. Look what Johnny Depp has to deal with. Look what he's already gone through because of Amber Heard. As a survivor of abuse, as I've said multiple freaking stupid times, yes, I was not very smart. I can tell you, for me, I'm not Johnny, but for me, I still don't trust. I've had boyfriends. I've had even 2 or 3 fiancés since 2016. But I've broken up with them after a couple of months because I can't trust yet. Everybody's got a red flag for me, and I can't trust yet. And I won't put myself in that position ever again. And so right now I've resolved to just remain single. And I'm fine with that, really. And if Johnny is at all wanting to trust anyone again, he doesn't need the public to, first of all, decide who that is, and secondly, to even know about it. That's just going to put even more pressure on him. God knows it's going to put pressure on whoever he decides to start seeing, because the world is going to be judging her in every move that she makes. Is she good enough for him? Is she being faithful to him? They're going to watch everything she does. And so if he gets to where he wants to see someone again or is seeing someone again, it's none of our damn business. It's really not. It's no one's business. And as I said on Twitter, if he does decide to date again, I hope that he keeps it so private that even God doesn't know about it. Don't ever mention this girl's name in an interview, Johnny. If you date again, if you are or do or whatever, don't ever mention this girl's name in an interview. Don't ever be seen with her anywhere. It just would be miserable for both of you. I believe this. Look, Camille and Johnny are friends. She's been a wonderful attorney, a wonderful supporter for him. Totally has his back, as does his entire legal team. Just some people click, and it's obvious that like he and Ben Chew click. He clicks with her more than maybe he does the other members of the team, but some people are just like that. And Johnny is friend. He hugs everybody. He would go through the courtroom and hug every single person in that room if he were allowed to. I fully believe that. I have no doubt. I think he would let them line up and just come by where he sits and give them all a hug. I fully believe he would do it if he was allowed. He's a hugger. He hugs. And he's very personable. Just from what I've seen, he's very personable. So, and for him to hug her, especially tight, after cross-examining this woman who is capable of mind-fucking you, and for her not to lose her mind while doing it, that deserved a hug and a kiss and flowers and all of that. And then for people to start making a thing about it, it's not fair. It isn't fair to her. Don't do that to her. Don't do that to them. People were pointing out today that they didn't hug today. She didn't even sit next to him today. It's not fair. Don't do that to them. Don't do that to her. And Lord knows he's got enough on his plate right now. Don't do that to Johnny. We need to stay in our lane. Okay, we have no idea what it's like to be him. We have no idea what it's like to try to have a relationship in the public's eye, much less, try to start a new one after what he's been through. It's not our business. So, and I guess I feel very passionate about that because it's kind of, I'm not famous, but it's like my friends and family are always, well, whoever you date next, they got to go through us, and they're serious. And, they would give them the third degree. And my nieces are still like, if I ever see your ex-husband, I'm going to beat his ass and that kind of, they're still, so it's, the next person that, if he chooses to date again, is going to be in a place that is unpleasant because of all she'll have to deal with from the public. And I don't see Johnny Depp doing that to anybody. But if he does, like I said, I hope he keeps it so private that even God doesn't know about it. Because he doesn't need our blessing. It's none of our business. Period. So there's that. This is already longer than I really wanted it to be. I wanted to, as someone a resident of Virginia, I wanted to thank Johnny Depp, actually, and his whole team, because he's brought business to Virginia. Because the hotels, the restaurants, businesses in Virginia, they're making a killing right now. And it helps not just those businesses, but it helps the state as a whole. The revenue does. So I want to thank Johnny for that personally, as a Virginia resident, born and raised. And as you saw at the beginning of this video, Kathleen Zellner has praised Camille for her cross-examination of Amber Heard. And that right there is probably like the highest compliment she can get and will get throughout her career. In my personal opinion. So, yeah, I think that's wonderful. I want to say before I close this video out is that I've seen pictures and video of the crowds at the courthouse. See, my original plan was to go and spend the week of my vacation, which was last week, because my birthday was May 9th, and I wanted to spend my birthday in the courthouse, and they were closed that week, and I didn't know in the beginning that there would be no court that week. So I decided to spend my birthday with my family, but I remember when court first started, there was hardly anybody there. Either people hadn't gotten there yet, or the news hadn't gotten out that he was in Virginia. And now literally, people who have been going from the beginning are having to fight for their place in the courtroom. And the rudeness that I'm seeing, the crowds, I know several people that are at the courthouse, and the pictures I'm seeing, the videos I'm seeing, just makes my anxiety just really high. It sends me into a panic just looking at it, and makes me very glad that I'm not there. No offense to Johnny, but yeah, I couldn't deal with all of that. If I pulled up and saw all that, I would just turn around and come back home. I can't deal with that at all. So I will continue to support Johnny, via my TV and my computer and my phone, and through this trial, and through my Twitter and Instagram and my videos. So yeah, it's crazy. Are any of you that watch my videos, are any of you guys at the courthouse? Have you been at the courthouse? Do you plan to go to the courthouse before it's over? Are you dealing with the crowd? I would really love to know how you're dealing with it. I mean, and my hat, I don't really wear hats, but I applaud all of you guys that are at the courthouse. I support you guys as, like I do Johnny, because it takes something to put up with all that, to be there at, the night before, to get your place in line, to sleep there, to, go without nourishment, to go without sleep. You guys make sure you're staying hydrated and all of that, to sit in a courtroom. I mean, it's probably worth it, for at the end of the day, Johnny turns around and he waves to all you guys. And I think that is awesome, and so turns around and he's waving to you and you're waving back at him. I think that's totally awesome. And all the love that is shown to him, I think it's totally awesome. It's more than I could deal with. I see some of you guys, run around to the back, or wherever it is he comes out of, and in the first week nobody knew where he was going in or out of, and then word got out, and then so I just couldn't deal with it. I don't know how y'all deal with it. Not for me. It's not for me. I have real anxiety. Like, I hate people. Like, I really hate people. I need my personal bubble. Stay. I guess that's why I like working with kids too. I had made a post on Twitter, I think, a little while. I was during my vacation, or just after my vacation. I had been feeling really, like, my depression was really strong. I don't know if I'm coming up out of it, or if I have just, I have just made decided that I'm just gonna keep pushing forward with my daycare. I've doubled down on the amount of time I spend on my CDA lessons, and I've taken like 4 or 5 tests this week already, so I'm not much closer to the required hours that I need. And I'm just, this next one's going to take me some time though, because I opened it up and it was only 25 pages, and I thought, oh, this is going to be easy. I can breeze through this one. But within that lesson, there are 4 chapters of a book, from my CDA actual book, that I have to read and complete the workbook pages from those chapters. So that's going to take me probably through the weekend. But I'm concentrating on the hours that I need for the CDA. There's required courses, and then there's electives. I've more than fulfilled my elective requirements. But now I'm concentrating on the hours needed, the requirements, lessons that are required, the certificates that are required. So I'm working on those. And that's, yeah. So I want to move forward, get my CDA. Then they come and watch you. That's going to just make me nervous as heck. See if I can't plan to only have like 2 kids on that day or something. Let them come and watch me, observe me. And then my next step after that will hopefully be to rent a commercial space. Get the daycare out of my home, rent a commercial space. Hire help. Increase enrollment. Yeah. So my COVID really slowed me up, but I feel like I have the drive and determination again to push it forward. So I might be behind by about 2 years on my plan, but I think by the time I'm 55, I should be in a commercial building with employees, and maybe not have to work as hard. So I don't think I'll ever be able to completely be a hands-off kind of child care provider, because I love what I do. I love what I do. I love it. Like, I really love it. I love seeing their faces, when they learn something new. I love those hugs I get every day. I love, that's genuine it's pure love that they give you. There's no strings attached. You know, it's unconditional love, and you see it in their eyes, and when they're all, Miss Dreama, I love you, and they need Miss. Today I had to take a Band-Aid. Two of my kids got shots this morning at the doctor's office, and I had to take a Band-Aid off of a finger because it was bothering her where they pricked her finger, and it's trust. She comes to me, Miss Dreama, please take this Band-Aid off because my finger's hurting. And I'm sitting there taking the Band-Aid off of her finger, and I have to choke back tears because it's trust. It may seem like a small thing, but it's not. That child trusts me. These parents, these families, grandparents, they trust me. One of them lives across the street from me. Talk about kind of feeling awkward, but it's trust. There's a lot of trust. And that's not a small thing. That's a big thing. People trust you with their children. And it's not something I've ever taken lightly. Ever. Not just since I started my own business, but even when I used to babysit as a teenager, when I was a governess for our state treasurer in the early 90s, Eddie Moore Jr., when he was our treasurer. I've been a nanny. I've taken care of my nieces, my nephew. It is a trust. When someone trusts you with their child, their infant, their newborn, their preemie, when they trust you like that, that's not a small thing. And this is my purpose in this life, and I know this. I was having doubts, and I was getting, I am tired. I stay tired. I stay exhausted. But I have this renewed sense of purpose that I wasn't feeling in the last few months. But I don't know. I woke up Monday morning thinking, oh man, my vacation's over. But I don't know. Somehow between Sunday night and Monday morning, I woke up with this completely renewed sense of purpose. And I know I might be tired and I might be exhausted all the time, but I know my place in this world. I know where I fit in. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Would I like to be making more money doing it? Heck yeah. I really would. I really, really would. But I charge maybe, sometimes half, yeah, I think, than what most daycares in my area charge, but God sends the families that need me. And, I fantasize all the time about being a nanny for even for celebrities or for, government officials again. I would, I don't, this is where God has me. All of the experience that I've had during my life with kids, it's for what I'm doing now. And I really, really believe that. And it feels good to go to sleep at night knowing that you are fulfilling your purpose. The reason that I am on this earth. People ask all the time, why am I here? Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? I know that I am doing what I am meant to be doing. Yeah. Thank you guys. I have some new subscribers. We're up at to 109, 110, I think. And I want to really welcome you guys. I mean that with all of my heart. This channel is very eclectic. You're going to hear me talk about Johnny Depp. You're going to hear me talk about myself, what I'm doing, my painting, sometimes my music. I'm still like in the beginning stages of learning to play piano. There's no telling what you're going to hear on this channel. Right now, there's a lot of Johnny Depp, and Amber Heard trial thing. Mostly, I'll talk about narcissistic abuse recovery. That's the basis of this channel. So if you have any questions regarding that, please leave me a message in the comments or get a hold of me through my email, which is in the description. You'll also see links to my Facebook group and page for narcissistic abuse recovery. Over there we have almost 6,000, I think, people. Again, for whatever reason, they haven't made it over to the YouTube page. I don't know that I share this over there like I should be. But please do share this with someone if you think they would enjoy this channel or get some help from it. If you want to tell me your story, I'm more than happy to listen. If you want me to tell your story on my channel, I am happy to do that too. I have not done a live yet. I have never done a live. I think I'm nervous to do a live because, one, I'm not really sure how. I've seen that go live button, but and I have to get myself in a situation where I know it's going to be quiet. And I think I'm just real nervous too, like nobody would show up. I'd be talking to myself. That would be a very quick live. I think my first live, I'd really like to do with someone else to get my feet wet, So, and I did say, I think now that I have 100 people, I would do a Q&A. So if you guys have questions about me, my life, what I do, I'm an author as well. If you guys, have any questions about anything you've seen on this channel, feel free to put it in the comments, and I promise you I will answer it in a video. All right, really gonna go now. God bless you guys. Take care of yourself. Justice for Johnny Depp. And talk to you guys soon. Bye. Okay, this is a recording that I'm doing during nap time on May the 19th during the court lunch break. I guess I was going to talk about Amber Heard's cross-examination. So I started out by saying, to be honest, I'm not even sure where to begin talking about Amber Heard's cross-exam. I'm not a lawyer, nor do I know the legal system in any way. I only know what I saw and what I heard. What I saw and heard was a woman with severe narcissistic traits attempting to gaslight Johnny, the jury, and all of us. The way she answered or avoided answering Ms. Vasquez's questions directly reminded me so much of the way my own abuser spoke, in nonsensical circles of nothing, avoiding the true topic and deflecting, projecting, and downright blaming everyone, including her own lawyers. And then there was something on Twitter about a guard overhearing Amber Heard and Elaine Brederhoff, is that how you say her name? Her attorney, one of her attorneys, yelling in the hallway. Elaine apparently telling Amber Heard that if she's unhappy, she can represent herself. So there is definitely trouble in paradise on that team. It goes without saying that we all, Johnny Depp supporters, are so very proud of the job Ms. Vasquez did in cross-examining Amber. It is truly not just anyone that can stand up against a narcissist and not come out feeling confused and lost because of the way they gaslight you and talk in fucking circles. Camille did a stupendous job. As you can see, Miss Kathleen Zellner, the depositions, I think, by video, are so boring. But every now and then you get a good one. Like today we had Adam Waldman. And Adam and Benchu made a great team. They absolutely made a complete fool of Elaine, in my personal opinion. And Elaine should have known better. There's so many questions that she was trying to get to say that he made post, or did this, did that, or said this or said that at the request of Johnny Depp. And she should have known attorney-client privilege. He really couldn't answer most of her questions. And then I guess her and Rottenborn tag teamed, and he came on and asked some questions. This was a pre-recorded deposition. And but they were a stupendous team. They got nothing from him. Nothing. I saw Batman and Robin up there. They were like a dynamic duo, man. It was awesome. The only witnesses that I have seen so far that Amber has brought in have been former freeloaders. These folks, Johnny allowed to live in his homes for free. They didn't pay rent. They didn't pay bills, nada. And they brought in a former friend of Johnny's from, I guess from, yes, he was in a band with this guy, Wick something, I forget his last name. They brought in a business company that ripped Johnny off. They brought in Johnny's former talent agent, and all of these people have the same thing in common. They once made money off of Johnny, or they used Johnny, and they no longer can. So they're bitter, and because I guess they actually have to earn their money now and pay their own ways, but maybe that's just me. But all I see are, freeloaders and people that ripped him off and used the man. And Johnny finally put his foot down and said no more to all of them. And so now they're bitter, trying to get even. And as I said, it's the lunch break for court, but I want to get this video out for you. And it's much longer than I wanted it to be, but I had to add this to it. I've watched several videos of, legal experts and stuff, and I've seen literally everybody say that, no matter how this court case ends, Johnny Depp has won in the court of public opinion, like so much. It doesn't matter what the jury decides at the end of the day. Amber's done. I think Amber's done. There have been representatives from L'Oreal to unfollow her, from Aquaman to unfollow her. It's been said that her time is cut down to 10 minutes, maybe even less, if at all. So she literally used Johnny to try to become somebody famous. And in trying to destroy him, she's destroying herself. So as a survivor myself, that look in another survivor's eyes. The look. The look, just says, I'm exhausted, but I'm fighting my way back. That's the look. And that, for me, and I think many others, Amber represents our abusers. And Johnny is quite simply one of us, and we protect our own. So that's why I'm following Johnny and why I support Johnny in this endeavor. So, and I'm going to end this on that note. I'm sorry this is so long, guys. But tomorrow's Friday. And hopefully I'll get another video out to you over the weekend that's not as long. I've got some more subscribers. We're up to 112 now, so welcome to the new people. Thank you so much. Your presence is welcomed, and it is extremely, I'm extremely happy to have you here. It is appreciated more than you know. My tiny little channel is growing now all of a sudden, and I hope to, now we're gonna, so excited when I hit 100, and now I'm looking forward to hitting 200, and it's thanks to you guys. It is all you, all you, all you. If you guys have any ideas I can do for a giveaway or something like that, if anyone would be interested, maybe I'll do a gift card giveaway. Yeah, I think I will. I think when I hit 200, I'll do a gift card giveaway. How about that? So share this channel, and we'll do an Amazon gift card or a prepaid Visa or something like that. So share this video, please, and help me get over the 200 hump. All right? Thank you, guys. I love you, and God bless.